On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now left side on the swing pass. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble. And
yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Rodgers pass.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Yeah, we'll see what his offense can do. Oh, that was dangerous.
Rodgers pass.
Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again, Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 25. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Rodgers.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Now Jones. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defense.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Jordan Whitehead there defensively. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 78 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Mason Crosby.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff for Green Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Brady's pass there, complete to Gronkowski. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and goal at the 3.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd? And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are now an extra point away from leading this game.
Ryan Suckup on
a strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a 1-score game here in the 2nd half. 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Incomplete on the jump.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. To throw again. Rodgers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Green Bay.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Not much there, only a yard. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after the loss of 1.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 3 yards out. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
He's got it. And they will not go quietly as we are back to a 2-score game.
Buccaneers 14. Mason Crosby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 53 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And he's He's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. To throw is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Caught on the right side by Adams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David. There he goes, right side.